So we're at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame today. I'm excited about this. I've never been here, and I've always wanted to come.
Here we are. Oh, look.
We'll see what happens.
Right off the bat.
CBGB's right off the bat. Look at that. Yeah, this is cool. It's hard to see, but there are all these screens with Jerry Garcia's art on it in this room. So, I wasn't gonna like say this on camera, but coming around the corner and seeing this right here, there has been multiple times where I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's hard because, well, music does that to you, and seeing this stuff, it is real. Like, it's real to see Chris Cornell's Les Paul right there. And to even go through the stuff about like where rock and roll came from and all the racial inequality side of it, that was really crazy. It was heavy to learn some of that stuff. This is so awesome. I can't even believe it. I've been wanting a Katy Perry t-shirt for so long, and I haven't gotten one. And then now to see this is so awesome. Like, this is so awesome. I love it.
all these words.
What's that?
I could sing all these words for his whole set list. I could do his set.
You could probably do the set to most of the people in the rap section. Oh my gosh. It's leather. Well, it's Notorious B.I.G., so it's gotta be big. Like B.I.G. big.
When that Two Live Crew, like super controversial album came out,
Uh-huh.
I think I was 9
Okay.
and I heard it. There was some girls that lived up the street from me that got it and we listened to the whole thing. I was 9. They got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They never won a Grammy, never had a top 10 single. And he said that speaks volumes about why you just have to do your thing and not worry about the other stuff.
Amen to that. We did the first couple floors,
Literally.
and I think we're gonna have to. Where we're gonna have to do this is probably voiceover,
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff.
A lot of music.
Yeah, there's a lot of music being played, so it's gonna be. It would have been hard to record the whole time, and narrate the whole time, and not have copyright problems. So that's why we're sitting right here to just give you a quick update. What do you think so far?
I think it's really well done. I think it walks through and tells stories and yeah, I think it's really well done. A good seemingly representation.
Yeah. So the first thing we went through was like a thing about basically the roots of rock music and also the voice of African Americans and the whole race issue in early music. Well, all the way till today.
All of the injustice, over all of this time.
It was very cool. So it covered early blues and jazz all the way through hip hop, rock and roll, rap and hip hop, the whole thing. It was very moving, actually. And then went through a whole bunch of other stuff. I almost cried like 5 times. This is insane. Like the connection that you have with this music as you've grown up. I mean, even though I don't listen to a lot of it anymore and like my brain has moved on to other newer stuff a lot of times, to see it again and like realize the connection with a lot of that music, I'm just like, my mind is blown.
Yeah. And just the way they're doing it, whether it's the clothes, the lyrics, the album covers, the posters, like, or something that was like popular, that you probably saw advertised somehow. Like, I just feel like they're like reminding you, however it was given to you the first time.
Yeah.
They're like finding that connection.
Yes. All the way to the newer stuff. Even the whole stuff about the Super Bowl and all of that older people are going to be like, well, that's not the same as old music. Well, it's not, but it's connecting with younger kids, younger people. And I think that's really, really, really cool. There's 2 things I've thought of. This is sort of funny, sort of serious, but not. One is, all the greatest music was made on the crappiest of instruments. When we hear like a 59 Les Paul, or we hear these vintage instruments, but when you see the real ones that they actually used, they're just old guitars. They're just...
Well, they weren't old at the time either.
Right,
so.
and they weren't special.
Yeah.
The music made them special. The guitars themselves were not, and the gear was not special. Our connection with all of this and the emotional connection that we have with all of this is what made those instruments special.
Yeah.
They're just old guitars. And the other thing is, people might not agree with me, but people say a lot now, especially the people that think that there is no good new music, that like music was better when people were uglier.
What?
You've never heard that?
No.
Oh my God! A lot of people will say that music was better when people were ugly.
Well, I was just thinking as we watched that little clip that the lead singer of the Bangles
Yes.
and the Aha guy, I was like, oh, they had like this sultry, sexy look. Like,
When you watch the fans, when you watch the videos of all those, they all thought those people were hot.
right.
And everybody back then was ugly.
I mean, there's no
Not
way
ugly, but the styles
the
were
Rolling
so...
Stones would be taking off their shirt if people didn't want them to.
Exactly. Yeah. Adam Levine does it. Mick
Yeah.
Jagger did it. It's the same thing. So that's like a non-thing because the people that saw that music at that time thought those people were hot.
I don't think looks have anything to do with your ability to play either, does it?
No. No. And
I can't think of any new artist now that I really think is hot. So I don't know that that's applicable either.
that's so funny. And I don't know why people give Machine Gun Kelly such a hard time after watching a bunch of videos of Billy Idol.
Right.
Right? It's the same thing. It's just 40 years later.
I wonder if there's like people have a contentment, like we've overcome something, and really like youth today realize we haven't overcome anything. I mean, we're walking through and just seeing this recycle, and the message hasn't been heard yet. And the youth of today that are playing are doing the same thing.
Yep.
They're still trying to be heard.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're the ones ignoring them now? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
No. No, that's why I like to listen to new music. Like, if we want to know what our kids are into because we want to know what everybody's like. Yeah.
And those lyrics
Stay connected.
are telling their story. And are we listening to their stories?
It's so cool. Well, let's go do another floor.
Yeah.
Leslie is taking a picture of what she thinks is a piece of pickup wire on the floor.
I'm going to post it and be like, suddenly I feel at home.